So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to talk about the one phrase that will ruin any relationship, especially if you're a feminine energy partner. If you're interested in a video like that, please keep watching. So hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I want to talk about the one phrase that will ruin your relationship, and women say it all the time. I see it all the time. And your girl, I've been guilty of it a lot in my past, and so that's what I want to talk about in this video. This one phrase that will slowly, like poison, ruin your relationship. But before we get into the video, if you do not know who I am, my name is Amber Turner, and I am the author of You Choose Your Outfit, with outfit being the metaphor for your reality and experience. And I'm also the creator of Manifesting Made Basic. And in that workshop, we talk about creating the life of your dream, transforming your life. If you do not know anything about my story, I was able to transform my life. I went from a single mom and homeless to buying my dream home with my partner in less than a year. And I teach the systematic steps that I took in that workshop, so definitely check out that workshop. So today I want to talk about feminine energy. I want to talk about, especially if you are the feminine energy perspective in your relationship, this one phrase that will, if you say it, typically will kill your relationship, and it's like poison. And this phrase is, I will just do it myself. Yeah, you heard me right. This phrase, especially if you're a feminine energy woman and or partner, and you're in a dynamic where the other person is embracing their masculine energy, this will like poison slowly kill your relationship. Now, I want to talk about it, and let's dive deep into it, because you might be wondering, oh, I'll just do it myself. How is this going to, well, maybe you know, how is this going to really like kill my relationship? You know, oftentimes when we go to our partner and we have a desire, we have a request of some sort, oftentimes in the beginning, the first go around, you're going to get pushback. You're going to get some sort of logic behind it, functionality behind it, because typically when it comes to a masculine energy partner, that's how they operate. They operate with logic, and oftentimes the feminine energy perspective of the relationship is holding the dreaming, you know, just out there kind of dynamic. I know I do. Like, I want to dream big. I think of all of these crazy ideas, and your partner will come, typically, which is a great thing. It's not a bad thing at all. They will come with the logic of why it won't work, why you can't do this, blah, 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 blah. Or in my case too, a lot of excuses of why they can't do it. They will find a way out why they can't do it. So oftentimes, instead of holding to the desire, now we talk about a lot about the law of entrainment on this channel, holding to your standards, holding to your boundaries, and holding to your desires. And when we think about the law of entrainment, we hold these things, and people and things and places will rise to the occasion to meet us at our desire. But oftentimes we don't. That's the problem. We adopt this, I will just do it myself. So we'll have a desire, we'll have a request, we'll have certain things that we want and desire in our life, and instead, we'll go to our partner with that thing and get shot down, get fed, you know, logic, you know, all sorts of things. That typically is what happens. And what women typically do is, I will just do it myself. I can't tell you how often this happens. Now, we're going to talk about why it happens. We're going to also talk about why it slowly, like poison, will kill your relationship. You know, especially if you're holding the feminine energy perspective in your relationship, often you are more of the dreamer. You have You want to up level, you want to go to the next level when it comes to your family, when it comes to your relationship and things like that. And oftentimes the masculine energy partner or perspective in that dynamic, it's like, I got to do something else, like, you know? And so they'll often shoot it down. They will often put logic. They will often say why it can't work, these kind of things. I will give you an example. Okay. So with my partner, I want to go to the next level when it comes to our wealth building, right? Going to the next level. And what does that look like? And I wanted him to step it up when it came to leading us down a road of wealth building, right? And so I go to him with this desire, you know, I want this. I desire this. I bet it would feel so nice if we could do this, travel and do these things and, you know, have nice dinners and things like that, right? I get, oh, the hummingbird is back. Wow, how beautiful. So I get, that sounds like a lot. That sounds like a lot of things for me to do. Now, mind you, we had just had a conversation about, I don't have that much to do and I like it, right? We had a conversation like the day prior or that week, earlier that week, about like how kind of cake his job is and things like that. But when I bring this up about wealth building and what it can do for a family, it's like, it seems like a lot. It's a, you know, big responsibility and things like that. And so for me, I'm like, okay, but that's still my desire. I hear him out. I let him give me what his logic is and why it can't happen and all of these things that typically happen with masculine energy, because oftentimes they're like, okay, how is this going to happen? They think it very linear. It's about the doing. You know, it did frustrate me, but, you know, I held to my desire. I held to my desire. I even went to my family, some of my family members, and I was like, you know, this. And they're like, well, why don't you do it? I'm like, And I thought about it for a second, but then I'm like, no. That's not what my desire is. Because I thought about it and I'm like, you know what? That's not what's going to feel good to me. I held to my desire for him to really want to step it up and be that for our family, right? And, you know, come up with a plan for our family in order in which we can have that as a family. Okay, so I rebuked them. I rebuked that advice. I did not take that advice. No, I held to the desire that I had. You know, sometimes when you go around and tell people your desires, don't recommend it. If you're strong enough where you can hold to your desire, perhaps, but hold to your desire. We talk about it in the law of attunement. We hold to our desire. We hold it in our energetic state. And that's what I did. I held to the desire in my energetic state. And I gave him space and time to process that desire. So in that, I gave him the space, I gave him the time, I didn't bring it up again, I held to my desire, I held it in my energetic state. He comes to me with a plan. He takes it on, he comes to me with a plan. So I say all of that to say, and that's an example of holding to your desire, because oftentimes when we're shot down and we're told, like even with my family members, whether it's him or my family members, we are told that, why don't you just do it? And we say, I'll just do it. But the problem with that is that, one, that's not your desire. That wasn't my desire. And you need to hold to your desires. That's what we do as the feminine energy perspective in the relationship. We hold to our standards, we hold to our boundaries, we hold to our values and our desires, okay? We hold to them. Now, if I just said, you know what, maybe I will just take that on, I will just do it myself. One, that is putting me in the masculine energy role, right? And that was, one, it wasn't my desire, but it's also putting me in a different role, changing the dynamics. And two, as women, and this is what's happened previously for me, so I know this for a fact, we will still want the desire, and we might do it ourselves. We will grow in resentment. I'm telling you. And that resentment will kill your relationship, and the polarity in your relationship, the attraction in your relationship, like poison. It will kill your relationship like poison. How many times in your relationship have you been shot down, had a desire, was told that you either need to do it yourself or it wasn't a good idea, and you said, I'll just do it myself? Even in the daily workings of our relationship, like if you have a family, if you're living together or something like that, you're married, you know, you have a desire of him taking out the trash all the time and he doesn't. And you're like, I would just do it myself. How many times do we do that? And we grow in resentment each and every day. And so it's so important to hold to your desires, whatever it is. Be inspiring as a feminine energy perspective in that relationship. Inspire, don't nag, and hold to it. The law of entrainment says they will meet you there. You have to hold it in your energetic state. And that's where a lot of us go wrong. I know previously this was a huge mistake that I made in the beginning of my marriage. It was huge. I was like, I will just do it myself. And so how are you training him? So we talk about the law of entrainment. How are you training him? Are you training him to take a step back or to step it up? Are you training him to take a step back or to step it up? And so when you hold to your desires, you are training people to meet you at your level. Do the work, do the inner work, and get yourself in alignment and own your desires, own your values, your standards, your what else? Your desires, all the things that I talk about over and over again on this channel. Own it, have it in your being, right? You shouldn't have to go around talking about, you know, I wish, this is what I want, or these are my standards, or these are my boundaries. You shouldn't have to go around saying all these things. People will know by how you carry yourself because it's in your energetic state in the first place. Okay. And so when it comes to a level up, oh, he knows I'm ready for a level up, right? As a family. Because you can level up as an individual, but you also can level up, and I talk about this all the time, as a unit. And that to me is the ultimate level up. I did a video on that. Definitely check it out. But yeah, it's time. So when I come to him with that desire, he knows. And so it's about holding it in your energetic state. It's not about the words that you say. And so when that phrase, my friends, I will just do it myself, will kill your relationship every single time. That is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. I do videos on feminine energy, the subconscious mind, and manifesting, all that jazz. So if you like that kind of thing, I think you'll like it here. So definitely subscribe, and I will check you guys in the next video. Peace.